Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, that was a little loud. Okay, adjusting my levels here. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight? Hopefully, it's a good night. Uh, let's give a few minutes and see if we get a few people to come on over and for us to talk about some of this new stuff that we want to talk about. How's everybody doing tonight? 2022, some 2022 model year cars are planning on having Amazon Fire TV for auto on board. Fire TV for auto, I mean, isn't it kind of illegal to watch TV in your car? I mean, while you're driving anyway? So, how's that going to work? I guess you can have it in the back seat for the passengers. I mean, obviously, people do watch videos in the back seats of cars, and there's big SUVs and plenty of room, right, to watch all kinds of cool stuff. Um, Jeep announced that they're going to be they're going to be the first to have the Fire TV built into the 2022 model year Wagoneer and Grand Wagoneer. That's going to be pretty cool. I got a lot of other news to talk about tonight. I'm going to talk about GPU, video card pricing, what's going on in that market. We're also going to talk about there's global chip shortages causing shortages in the PS5. So there's a lot of stuff going on. NVIDIA, what's going on with the restocking updates for the 33,000 series cards that just came out. You can't get one. There's also some other stuff. A Canadian court is trying to ban Staples and Best Buy from selling pirate boxes. What does that mean? What kind of boxes are they selling? We'll take a look at that article and see what they're talking about too here later on in the show. So we're going to talk about that. Streaming video services usher in a golden age of trash TV. So we're going to talk about what that is talking about as well. We got a golden age of trash TV coming in with new streaming services. Again, we're going to talk about a Canadian court banning Staples and Best Buy from selling pirate boxes. We're going to talk about the new Fire TV that's going to be in the new Jeeps in 2022 models. We're also going to talk about senators that want to get the broadband definition up to 100 meg. Okay, so I'm going to talk about that at the end of the show. SpaceX factory in Texas is building satellites for the Starlink satellite internet system, which is something that I'm big on. I think it's going to be a big deal. I think satellite internet will be a very big deal going forward for us to get and have competition in the internet marketplace for us to get better deals on our internet. So let's get right in and talk about this Fire TV in the Jeep. Let's go ahead and take a look at that article. Let's see. Bam. There we go. Okay, so here we are. Two 2022 model year Jeeps will be the first cars to have the Amazon Fire TV for auto on board. Just like in-home Fire TV, you'll be able to stream media, download media, and even ask Alexa for help. However, is this something that would make or break your car buying decision? Today, Jeep announced that two of its upcoming Wagoneer branded vehicles will be the first to have the Fire TV built into the 2022 model year. The Wagoneer and Grand Wagoneer will have screens in the back seat area with the Fire TV access. Additionally, the console display will also be capable of streaming media content. Where are they going to get this internet connection from? How's that going to happen? Is it going to come from your cell phone? Because I mean, obviously, come on, we all know the problems with your mobile data with your phone. I mean, seriously, guys, what's the internet connection going to be in these cars for this? So this is something that this is the type of thing that can be added to a lot of cars already if you get the right guy that knows what he's doing, if you want it in there for the back seat area. But the problem really becomes in the price of getting an internet connection reasonably decent enough that's going to be able to stream video. We have a hard enough time streaming any decent video at home sometimes. So this is something that I'm really curious about. But it is a move in the right direction for technology. Everything there's always got to be a first, and the first isn't always the best, and doesn't always work great. But the question is, would this be something that would strongly influence your car buying decision? Right? Not for me, anyway. I don't know about you guys, but not for me. In case you're curious, Amazon Fire TV for Auto will prevent the vehicle's driver from being able to view content on the console display while the vehicle is in motion. It would achieve this via a privacy screen. Theoretically, the front passenger would still be able to view the content while the vehicle is in park. All screens will be viewable. Well, the backseat people are going to need to have full control over this in order to be able to view it properly, for one thing, to use it at all. Because while you're driving, you can't be dealing with controlling a TV. So they've already said that, with privacy controls, it'll be turned off and everything. I disabled that feature in my screen in my car, in my Mercedes. I put a custom stereo in there that's able to play videos off of my micro SD card and my USB. And it does play music videos while I drive. I don't play any movies or anything like that while I drive, but music videos you do play. I have a lot of music videos on the micro SD card, and I'm able to play those in the car while I'm driving around. You're not really supposed to, but in that particular stereo, there was a setting for me to be able to disable the feature that keeps you from being able to play videos while you drive. So it was an aftermarket stereo that plugged right into the existing plugs for the Mercedes. So it was a really, really nice upgrade for the car. It actually added a lot of neat features for me that I really liked, and it looks pretty factory. It came out nice. So for that kind of feature, I don't have a back seat. It's an Mercedes SUV, and I don't have a back seat screen in the back seat area. I decided that that's something I don't really need. I don't carry a lot of passengers, and that was, I have a sunroof anyway, and so that wasn't really needed. So this type of thing, a Fire TV setup in my car, would be something I probably wouldn't use, mainly because when I'm traveling, I already have my phone, right? So if you've got your phone and you got a place that your phone hangs, usually if I stop and I'm going to eat some lunch, I play YouTube videos or videos off of any number of apps on my phone, so that I can do that while I stop. And then, as far as driving around, I really just want to listen to music most of the time for me. Oh yeah, there's a lot more crashes these days. You're absolutely right, B Davy. The big screens cause a lot of crashes. Believe me, I do DoorDash delivery. I'm driving a lot during the week. I do a lot of driving. And I'll tell you right now, the distractions from the cell phones and from the screens in cars cause a lot of accidents. And that's something everybody should be aware of and try to really pull over or don't answer a text. Don't try to look at your phone right away. Wait till you can stop. Listen, I think it's even a distraction in the back seat, because if you're in the front seat, you're still hearing the audio, right? And what if something happens and you're like, oh, I want to see that? You can't see it, so you're distracted. If they're playing a newer movie or something, yeah. So, anyway, that's some of the latest news I wanted to get out there as far as the Fire TV coming out in the cars. So some interesting stuff there. Let's move on to some other news. What's really, really discouraging to me right now in the computer market is the fact that you cannot buy a decent new model video card. They're pretty much not available. If you go looking at Newegg and eBay, not eBay, but Newegg, Best Buy. If you look at eBay, you're going to find scalpers that are selling these video cards like crazy. So when we look at the GPU pricing, it's absolutely ridiculous. You got pricing indexes that are just unbelievable. And so what we've got here is GPU pricing index tracking eBay sadness, okay? It's really sad because they're tracking what the video cards are going for. I was recently looking at this because some of my older video cards I got sitting around, I got a 980 Ti, and I'm probably going to, I mean, that thing's going for like $500 right now. Absolutely ridiculous. My 970 card is going for a couple of $100 that I have sitting around, right? Sitting around. It's like $700-800 worth of video cards just sitting around, right? So those will probably be things I look at maybe getting rid of while the market's big right now. So I'm probably going to be listing those on eBay, getting a few extra dollars, putting in my savings, etc., etc. I really, really want to get a 3060, but I want to get it at MSRP. 3070 would be ideal, but I mean, when it comes to what the prices are going for GPUs, it's absolutely crazy. The market is ridiculous. There's nothing available. And Fry's announced their stores are going out of business. Not going out of business. I think they're closed now completely. Here's the thing. If you guys have not been following also what's going on in the news with Best Buy. Interestingly enough, Best Buy has fired a lot of employees. Most stores are dealing with a fraction of the employees that they previously dealt with. And a lot of the full-time employees that Best Buy had to pay a lot of money to, they have went ahead and let go. So Best Buy, I think they're looking down the road. They had a good year. Financially, they're okay. And they'd want to stay that way. So they got rid of a lot of employees, because what's the best way to keep your outgo down is to get rid of employees during this, and this is the slower time of year because we're after the holidays. So now they want to get rid of the employees that they had. Here's what's Best Buy's long-term plan, I think, is I think they're going to just keep some stores. I think they're going to close a lot of stores, and I think they're going to do mostly online sales, and they're going to keep a few flagship stores. And I think that's going to be what Best Buy will do, because they can see the writing on the wall is mostly online internet now selling. Here's the problem. I really don't think Best Buy can compete with the likes of Amazon or Newegg when it comes to electronics. The reason they're making money is they actually do have brick and mortar stores people go to. The only time I buy from Best Buy, I do not ever buy online from them. I only go when I can get something today right now in their store. What do you think? Would you buy from Best Buy online, or would you not buy from them if they didn't have a brick and mortar store in your town you could go to and buy? I know I wouldn't. And I would, I mean, honestly, I only order electronics from a couple of places right now online, and that is eBay. And eBay's not number one. And it's probably, number one's probably Newegg, and number two is probably Amazon, but those are a close 1 and 2. I prefer buying a TV in a store too, B Davy. Definitely buying a TV in a store, I think definitely for me has a lot of appeal. Although the last TV I bought, I did have it delivered from Walmart. It was a JVC Roku TV that is in my mom's bedroom, and that was the last TV we bought during the holiday season to get her a new TV. That's what she's running, a 4K nice TV. My TV is a several-year-old TV in my bedroom that's only a 1080p. And that TV, I would really like to get rid of it. I'm not really thrilled with it. But now that it's going on over 3 years old, more than likely this year sometime I will probably replace it. And maybe put it in my living room where we don't watch much TV, because I have the living room and then we have a separate theater room with my projector, whereas where we watch most of our movies and everything. The living room doesn't get used much. I bought from Best Buy online because it was a good deal and didn't have it in the store. Yeah, I mean, if you find the deal, then go for it. I mean, every store is going to have certain sales and certain deals, for sure. My problem is most of the stuff I'm looking at that's a decent deal on the Best Buy website, generally speaking, is a 3, 4, 5 day or more waiting period, and I can get stuff in 2 days from Amazon. So I'm not going to order from them if it's going to take longer to get here. I'm going to order from Amazon, get it in 2 days. Then when you order from Newegg, you got to really check who the seller is, who you're getting it from as far as the seller goes. Anyway, let's move on to the news. PS5's out of stock, global chip shortage. This goes right along with the video card stuff I'm talking about. We got a lot of global chip shortages across the board for everything. So semiconductors are not being made like they should. Oh, there's a I don't know if I should even say his name, but our ex-president suspension on YouTube will be lifted. His YouTube ban will be lifted if the risk of violence has decreased. That comes from the CEO of YouTube. Just so you guys know what's going on there. When you're having these global chip shortages, the problem is that this last year we've had a shortage of everything. This last year, people were non-essential people that didn't need to work were staying home so we didn't spread this virus. So that's hurt production of a lot of raw materials that have been needed, and a lot of factories haven't been open producing product that needs to be produced in order to make these chips. So it's not just the PlayStation. One of the reasons why they're also out of stock is everybody's at home wanting to play video games because they're staying home more. One of the reasons why the video cards are out of stock is because everybody's at home playing video games. They want to upgrade their video cards. One of the reasons why they're out of stock is there's a shortage of chips. It's just a, supply and demand. If there's no supply, whoever has it can ask whatever they want for it. This is why an MSRP video card that's running $329 is going for $599 on eBay or more. I mean, that's just an example. I mean, it's going for double. They're selling these things for double. It's a really sad situation at the end of the day when it comes to the prices. NVIDIA GeForce 3060 restock updates from Amazon, Best Buy, and Newegg, and more. Where can you find NVIDIA's entry-level RTX 3000 series in stock? We're monitoring inventory, and these other stores will alert you when they're available. On the hunt for an NVIDIA GTX 3000 series graphics card? Get in line. Between the pandemic forcing people to stay home and game more, and the explosion in cryptocurrency mining, which has also actually caused a problem with the video card market too. Their miners are buying them as well. Demand is sky high for NVIDIA's new Ampere GPU. Finding a new RTX 3000 card is next to impossible. This is why I don't even have a 2000 series card. There's only one 2000 series card in my house. He bought it before the pandemic. He got a 2070 for $500 and something. Now, I'm running 10 series cards. I'm not even running 20 series cards in my computers. So I will not be upgrading them anytime soon at the current pricing that video cards are going for myself. And I would recommend the same to you. Don't upgrade them with the current pricing out there. At least give yourself 3 to 6 months. Let's see what happens in the market. You'd have better luck tracking down a PS5 or locating an Xbox Series X console than finding a new RTX GPU for your gaming rig. The RTX 3000 series card that you might have the best odds of finding is the entry-level RTX 3060 that was released February 25th. NVIDIA tweaked the RTX 3060's drivers to discourage crypto miners from snatching up the card. If the card detects that you are mining using the Ethereum algorithm, it throttles back performance. NVIDIA reassures gamers that the GPU will run at full speed for games. So that's pretty cool what they did there. They slowed them down for the miners so that hopefully people could try to get a card for gaming. Oh yeah, there's a shortage on parts for everything. I mean, junkyards, scavenge yards, wrecking yards for cars are absolutely booming. I have a buddy of mine that has a auto wrecking yard, and spare parts, people need them like crazy because sometimes they can't even get a part new. You have to go to the wrecking yards to find a part. People are hitting me up constantly for used computer parts because I have a lot of used computer parts all organized and stored in boxes. And so I have been selling some parts. This last year has not been bad to me. I've been able to weather the storm really well and actually make decent money this year. But I feel for a lot of people who aren't in that same way. The only way I was really able to make money was by really getting into a good, actually a good business that I could get into for a side hustle. So I got into doing DoorDash delivery because I saw the writing on the wall. With everybody staying home, the delivery business was going to boom. I signed up to deliver food for DoorDash, and that has really worked out really well on the weekends. I make $1,600 to $2,000 extra working 12 to 15 hours a week. So that really just absolutely blows me away with the money. And I've seen other DoorDashers in other cities, and they're not able to even come close to that, making that kind of money. It's my market. My market's really good here. You can definitely make a full-time income here if you wanted to work full-time. Now, it's not as good during the week. On the weekend is the best time, but some weekdays are actually really busy too. It just depends. You can never tell what day will really be busy or not. So that's just, what it is. Let's see. B. Davy, I was blown away when I needed some parts for a refrigerator. There's a shortage on appliance parts. Yeah, that's crazy. No driving down the mountain to Best Buy for me. Well, yep. That's what happens when you live in the mountains. You're away from a lot of stores. So, I mean, hey, that's cool. That's why, mail order stuff is so good these days. Food's going up also. Well, yeah, food's going up also. That's a whole nother story. Food's going up, yeah, because our non-elected government, elected government, whatever you want to call it, is not doing a very good job at making sure that trucks have decently priced fuel to get us our food. Let's go Android news. And let's go ahead and take a look at more tech news. Samsung talks up what its next-gen ISO camera sensors mean for the smartphone image quality. So they're always trying to upgrade cameras. So cameras, it's a big deal. That's a big deal in all the phones. A lot of phones, basically, a lot of people buy a new phone strictly for an upgraded camera, which is crazy. So this is important to know about the new camera technology that's been coming out for the phones. So really cool phones. That brings me to an update on my phone. Last I talked to you guys, I had bought a Umidigi rugged Bison phone. You may notice that this is not it. This phone is my old Umidigi F1, okay? Now, I sent back the Bison phone. The Bison phone had a faulty GPS in it. The GPS did not work right at all. So it's in the mail, and they're giving me a refund. So I'll be able to get a new phone. I don't know if I'm going to get another Bison because it was really big in my hand. I really didn't care for the bulkiness of the phone, to really be honest with you, to give you a proper review. I'm going to say right off the bat that bulkiness was big. The phone was really big to me. So I think I'm going to go with a different model. I'll let you know when I decide and when I actually order one, what I decide to go with and how well I like that one. The current one I've got, the F1 for the money, it was $100, has been absolutely great. Got a tiny little crack in the corner, but it really doesn't affect the performance of the phone. The phone's the same speed as the Bison phone that I bought. It has a lower end camera. The camera is not as good, but it's 128 gig, 4 gig RAM, and absolutely runs beautiful. I can't complain about this phone. I didn't have a problem going back to it and sending that phone back. So that is something that is going on for me phone-wise. So I wanted to give you guys an update on that. I was really disappointed that the GPS just started really going wacko, thinking I'm 2 streets over from where I'm at. Tried calibrating it, tried doing all kinds of stuff. Didn't help. So that was a really, really strange thing to go bad. I mean, that's just an oddball thing for a GPS to really have a malfunction like that. Movie companies sue VPN provider for encouraging and facilitating piracy. What do you think? VPN providers, are they really encouraging and facilitating piracy? VPN providers, I mean, they've got a legitimate company. They're not facilitating piracy. Whatever anybody decides to do with their internet connection is really up to the end user. It's not up to the VPN. This really has no basis. These movie companies are just trying to, do whatever they can to keep any smaller company down. Canadian court asked to ban Staples and Best Buy from selling pirate TV boxes. Let's take a look at this article. The operator of Canada's Super Channel has asked Alberta's Superior Court to issue an order preventing Staples, Best Buy, and other retailers from selling pirate set-top boxes in their stores. This is a common thing. This has happened before, guys. It's just ridiculous that they're still trying to do this. Alarco Entertainment seeks an immediate injunction claiming that their retailer staff offers advice on how to use devices for infringing purposes. So they're not selling a pirate box. They're selling a box that could pirate content if somebody and some of the people selling the device are telling them about some of the information on how to pirate. Is that the way I'm reading this? And they want to say that the companies are selling pirate boxes. They're not selling pirate boxes. You can pirate stuff on the majority of the your cell phones, your computers, Fire TV devices. It doesn't matter. You can pirate with any of those if you really want to. Just because somebody gives you a little bit of advice on somewhere to go or what to do on how to pirate on that device doesn't mean that they're going to actually do it. Especially when their job is to sell the device. They're a salesman, right? They're trying to make money. In this day and age, we're all trying to make money. So you're going to try to tell the customer about anything you can to help make money. What do they have? Some secret buyers going in there? Which they do. I know they do. They're going to have some secret buyers going in there trying to entrap these guys. That's called entrapment. Yeah, they have to ban every device then. It's just absolutely stupid. These companies need to get a grip. Just like cancel culture. They need to cancel culture. They need to cancel this shit. They need to get rid of it because, I mean, it's just stupid. I mean, these people, this is going to do no good for anybody. All it's doing is making lawyers money. Hey, they want to get lawyers rich, then hey, the lawyers love this crap. Let's go to court. Let's go to court again. Let's go to court again. Let's make some money. Yeah, they're screw that. I mean, it's just stupid. The complaint was supported by 100 hours of undercover recording that purported to show retailer staff showing prospective customers how to use software such as Kodi, right? Or offering, I shouldn't have said that word. Oh my gosh, I got demonetized now. Oh no. Yeah, like I care. I don't give a crap. Screw them. Anyway, Alarco can go. Anyway, they end federal court lawsuit and they lodge another. A month after the lawsuit was filed, Canadian lawyer Howard, oh man, what a nice guy, Knopf, he's making some money, isn't he? That in nearly 4 decades of being an intellectual property lawyer, he had never seen more an unusual statement of a claim. He noted that it claims copyright infringement in an unspecified works, circumvention, making available unspecified pirated devices. Unspecified, right? trademark infringements, the criminal... Oh my God. Interference with the economic and business relations of the plaintiff, and conspiracy. After the retailers fought back, they discontinued its federal court lawsuit on January 6, 2020. However, Alarco had already filed another similar lawsuit on December 6, 2009. You gotta love these guys. Love these guys. Yeah, the world's gone stupid. Definitely gone stupid, guys. Especially with trash TV. Streaming video services usher in a global age of trash TV. This world is hard these days. You shouldn't be ashamed of enjoying dumb streaming television on services like Discovery Plus and Netflix. Embrace the garbage. Right? I don't have time to watch garbage, guys. If I'm going to watch something, I want to watch something good. I don't know about you guys, but they better give me something good to watch. I'm not just going to watch garbage TV. I have a sin to confess. I'm not a huge WandaVision fan. WandaVision's really strange, guys. I got to admit, I'm not a huge fan of it yet. I have been watching it. I'm still up in the air about it because it is kind of strange. But I want to see where it goes. Just because I'm a fan of, the Marvel universe. There's plenty to like about the first Marvel Cinematic Universe show streaming on Disney Plus. It has cool ideas, performance, and aesthetics. However, between the awkward initial pacing, a plot that is a little too thin to sustain a whole season, and a weird lack of emotional investment in the side characters you're supposed to already care about from the large MCU, I don't love it. So that's this guy's opinion. I don't love it either. I'm being perfectly honest. It's not one of my favorites. Home box office video streaming services did not set out to become trash TV treasure troves. The earliest streaming shows felt like an extension of peak golden age TV that began in the early 2000s. The best thing for streaming services is the best of the old TV out there. The best from the 80s, the best from the 90s, the best from the early 2000s. Put those series that aren't on TV anymore available to watch. That's what they need. That's what you want. That's what people really want, right? If you're going to get into a streaming service, you don't just want to have to sift through a bunch of junk. So SpaceX factory in Texas will churn out Starlink satellite dishes for consumers. Pumping away, Elon Musk with the satellite, internet service. I think the more competition we have, 5G, satellite internet, and landlines, and 4G internet for people who just need a lower speed basic connection. I think we've got a lot of options coming in the next several years. There's going to be another internet boom. The internet's going to get just so much more better. We're going to have a lot of options available to us. So it's going to be pretty cool. It gets better after episode 3, Jason. Yeah, I think so too. There's been some pretty cool stuff since they brought in the outside world to the series. The first several episodes were basically like every episode was another decade they tried to make it like a sitcom from a certain decade. And yeah, I've watched it. I know what you're saying. So here we go. The senators' broadband speed minimum should be 100 meg for downloads and uploads. So this is something that the government should do. In 2015, the FCC has defined broadband as reaching a minimum of 25 meg for downloads and 3 meg for uploads, right? So here's the thing. That's barely enough for one person to use the internet decently, to stream and do some decent internet stuff. I do think that the standard should be 100 meg. So by now, a bipartisan group of U.S. senators is urging Biden administration to update the FCC standard to 100 megabaud for both downloads and uploads. That's if Biden even understands what 100 meg is. I have a hard time thinking he understands what the internet is. He probably still thinks Al Gore invented it. But let's see. What we got here is he'll probably promise us 100 meg and give us 50 or maybe 75. And then, you know, there'll be a new internet pipeline that he'll shut down, and people will lose jobs, and we'll have spotty internet, and we'll have internet brownouts and stuff too. So you know that's the plan. Especially if the internet's run by wind power, we're only going to be able to use it when the wind is blowing, guys. So you know what, Biden needs to get out there and fart a lot so that we can get some wind going to those wind turbines and make sure we have electricity. So anyway, on Thursday, for U.S. senators sent a letter to the heads of the FCC, the Federal Communications Commission, some guys that don't know a lot about communications either, the U.S. Commerce Department and Department of Agriculture, which urges that the current federal speed standards are outdated. And they are. They are. We strongly urge you to update federal broadband programs, speed requirements to reflect current and anticipated 21st century uses. There you go, guys. Let's get the internet speed pushed up there. Let's get some faster internet in this country, and let's move forward in a positive way. Cancel culture. Make America free again. Get rid of what's screwing up the country and the economy, which is the current government that is screwing things up. I haven't seen things get screwed up this fast in such little time with so many fuck ups. I can't even explain it. It's just hard for me to believe the idiocy of everything going on. You know, I don't really want to get political, but I kind of gotta speak my mind. I mean, you know, we are killing people. We are causing people to lose their jobs. People are depressed like they never have been before. Our kids are getting so stupid it's ridiculous because they can't go to school and learn anything. Our schools were screwed up anyway. So this just makes things worse. And now hundreds of thousands of people have lost jobs. There's a crisis on the border with you know, illegal immigrants coming through the border, and a ton of them are sick with COVID. And they're bringing disease into the country. And they stopped building the border wall that would keep that from happening. So they are the one thing after the other, guys. We got higher taxes, lower jobs, and more regulation that's keeping us from being able to do anything because that takes away our freedoms. So far, we have a lot of problems in this country that needs to be dealt with. And we're talking about, this isn't recent. This is a lot of years worth of problems. Let's start getting some groundwork going. Let's get rid of the stupid cancel culture. Let's get rid of pointing us in the wrong direction and thinking about things we shouldn't think about. Let's think about really what needs to be done to fix things in this country instead of, you know what, saying look over here, but don't look over here at what's really going on. Let's actually look at what's going on and let's try to fix things, because I'm really, really tired of things being broken for 20, 30 years in this country, like the school system, healthcare, etc. We got a lot of problems. They need to be fixed. So, and they don't need to be fixed by putting people out of work during a pandemic. They don't need to be fixed by, you know, all the crap that's going on. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's stupid. Did I freeze? Anyway, just a little bit of words from me at the end of my show. Mostly the show was about tech. I talked a little politics at the end. Otherwise, guys, just get it straight. If the country was more about the environment, they wouldn't shut down a pipeline that actually makes us get our oil cleaner, you know, and make our food cheaper. It raises prices because our gas goes up. I know you've all seen the gas prices go up. That's why your food's going up, because it takes gas to get the food to your stores. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this out. So, you know, when somebody does these things, it puts people out of business. And make no mistake, we haven't even gotten to the evictions yet. We are going to see a lot of homeless people and a lot of bad stuff. Oh, more than 35,000 K. You're not even taking into account all the jobs lost that were doing the border wall, and it was more closer to 100,000 people when you consider all of the connected jobs for the oil pipeline. It was the biggest job loss in a single month from any president in history. Just by signing some papers, he made all these people out of work. I mean, I feel sorry for those poor people. These are people, real people, with a lot of problems that they got to deal with. So we got to get stuff together, and it's no joke, no joke at all. Also they're giving us. He said he was going to give us $2,000. He's not giving us $2,000, $1,400. So he's saying, oh, but you got 600 anyway, so it's going to be 2,000. I don't care. You said 2,000. But the other thing is too. The other thing about everything going on is the fact that it makes no sense what's going on in the grand scheme of things. If you really want to, make the country, keep things rolling and keep the people going decent. The United States is not the pollution problem of the world, guys. The United States is not producing all the pollution. We got clean air, we got clean water. We're not the problem. The problem is China. The problem is the UK, and not the UK, but over in Russia and China and the other countries over there. They're the ones polluting the world. And until they're held accountable, we shouldn't have to suffer. We shouldn't have to suffer. We shouldn't have to suffer. I'm saying what most of the politicians have done forever is put money in their own pockets and basically just do whatever they get paid to do. They haven't really been doing what we needed done for this country for a good 20 to 30 years. We have had a lot of problems. Our infrastructure should be the envy of the world with how much money we have. We should have absolutely the best internet in the world. We should have, so many great things that we don't have. And our school, our education system should be teaching people. Listen, they want to keep you stupid. That's why the education system isn't any good. They want to keep kids growing up stupid so that they can control you. They want to keep the poor people poor so they can control them with government subsidies. They want to keep the world. They want to keep things like that the way it is. I mean, just look at it. Nothing's changed in the grand scheme of things in these cities for 20, 30 years. They've been going downhill. They've been ran like crap. These politicians don't care about people. All they care about is doing whatever they have to do to keep power. That's basically it. The facts don't change that the great pollution of the world isn't coming from the United States. We need to make other countries accountable for their pollution. We have 350 to 500 billion people, and there's 1.5 trillion people in China. Give me a goddamn break. Come on. You do the math. It's not hard to see. And that's another 1.2, 1.3 trillion people in India. Come on. Give me a break. Those guys over there they have to be held accountable for their pollution, and they're not held accountable. That's just another thing. We signed back up to this Paris Climate Accords. The reason we got out of the Paris Climate Accords was because China wasn't held accountable, and we had to pay a bunch of money. The reason we got out of the World Health Organization is the guy that's in there was put in there to run it from China, and he's dirty. And we give them more money than anybody else, and they didn't do us any favors. Why should we pay them anything? They're not doing anything for us. So anyway, it's just a matter of making good deals for the United States and not letting all these countries screw us over. This is not the United States. It's not the United States of the world. It's the United States of America. We are not all these other countries. These other countries love to screw us over. They love to take from us. And they'll continue to do it because they don't care. They'll continue to make deals that are good for them if we let them take advantage. It's a matter of doing the right thing for not only for us but for the world. The Paris Climate Accord is not good for the world because it doesn't tackle the problem. We will never clean up the pollution of the world with that. That agreement is trash because China doesn't have to do anything for like 10 years until the 2030s or something. So I'll think about that. Just think about that for a minute. We gotta tackle the real problems. The real problems. They talk about systemic racism. They talk about all that. Listen, that is to sidetrack us. That is to keep us away from what the real problems are. That's to keep us sidetracked and to keep us thinking about something else that's not the real problem out there. You know, that we need to take care of. And just take that into consideration. Think about the real things. What do you want? You need energy to heat and take care of your family. You need food to be reasonable. You need a job. You need basics, right? So that's what we need for a reasonable price. That's all I'm saying. And, you know, with the way they're going right now, our electricity is going to double by the end of this year. We're all going to see our electric bills go skyrocket way up. Our power grid sucks. Our electricity is going way up, and we're in bad shape. Listen, natural gas is clean. We could run this entire country off natural gas and run it cheaply, and we wouldn't have to spend a lot of money on our electric bills or heating our homes. I'm just saying. But they want you to think that we need to get rid of that because it's polluting the environment. We're not polluting we're not the problems. We're running clean coal in this country. We're not the problems. China and India and other countries with large factories that don't have any regulation on their pollution is the problem. That is the problem. They want to talk environment. Do something about it then. Do something about who's actually polluting the environment. It's not the United States. The United States is not the gross polluters. We need the people to understand that. It just goes by population. All you got to do, look at who's manufacturing all the goods. Now, we let them get away with it because we bought all of their cheap products, which they had built with basically slave labor, by the way. They also do atrocities over there like nobody would believe to different ethnic groups, the Uyghurs and, you know, Mongol and the poor Tibetan people. I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous. I don't even want to get into it anymore. It makes me sick thinking about the atrocities going on over there that nobody really takes time to really think about. But we really need to think about the problem. They try to shove it down our throat. America is evil. They try to shove it down our throat. That we're a bad country, that we're bad people. We're not. We are the good guys. And why they're trying to shove this down our throat and use cancel culture against us, you know, when we're just, you know, trying to, you know, have our religion and be conservatives and be Christians. And, you know, there's freedom of religion in this country. There needs to be freedom of speech. They're taking it away while we watch. They're taking it away. We need to understand, if you want freedom, you gotta stand up at some point. And so that's just my little take on it. I don't know what else to say other than the fact that you know, I don't really care anymore what people think. I will say my speak and come out and give my say on it. At the end of the day, we all have to speak up for what's right. Freedom is right. And anybody that's going to take away our freedom, cancel culture is just taking away freedoms. It's just like communism, where if they don't like what you say, they get rid of you. That's what cancel culture is. Gonna go sell your Dr. Seuss books for a huge profit. Yeah, do it. If you can make a bunch of money, go sell them. No problem here. That's what free enterprise is all about. All right, guys. I'm out. Mr. On Demand, man with master plan, to give you a piece of my mind as much as I can. And now I'm gonna go kick back and watch some TV, and I'm gonna go relax and eat some. I think I'm gonna have some fried rice or something like that. Go just relax and enjoy, and thank God that I've got it good. And pray for everybody who needs help, and hopefully that you guys do get the help you need, and everybody does well. Anyway, God bless. Good night, and sleep tight.